This week on Atmospheres, sailing the country, border to border. But there's no water.
Street sailing is an extreme sport that so captured one man, he recently attempted gliding across the entire length of the United States. But thanks to the weather, it was far from smooth sailing. Weather Channel meteorologist Nick Walker chronicles this quest to break a world record.
When I'm doing it, I feel connected to the sail, much like the wing of a bird. It becomes an extension of me. It's a really soulful experience for me. And I guess this trip is about taking that to an ultimate level.
This is street sailing. No water added. It's not your everyday sport. Who has fallen in love with street sailing, a sport that allows you to sail across land, propelled by the wind. His idea was an extraordinary cross-country marathon, the longest wind-powered journey over land ever documented. Bob plans to sail across America, border to border, from Brownsville, Texas, to Maida, North Dakota, 2,181 miles, in just 49 days. If he succeeds, he'll earn a place in the Guinness Book of Records. During the first leg of his journey, Bob's brother George will be manning the mothership, which will tail Bob every step of the way.
You know, I got the easy job. For me, it's easy to sit back and enjoy the scenery and play some music.
April 29th, day one of Street Sail Across America.
6 a.m. awfully early to be rigging a sail.
Bob's always craved adventure and risk. He was a professional high diver for 14 years, plunging from heights of 120 feet into shallow pools.
It makes me feel alive. I like being able to challenge myself and go beyond what normal people would consider safe. I think he has that natural ambition to seek out adventures and to try new things and go out there and explore life and just do it. You know, not watch it on TV, but just get out there and do it. And he does it.
Slowly but surely, the wind starts to pick up.
Wow, lots of wind. See how turbulent it is here, just real bumpy. Okay, well, wind's picked up a little more. I'm all over this road.
At about 5 p.m., Bob reaches his goal for day one, 45 miles.
I'd keep on going. We all deserve a little rest, and so we will rest. It's a relief just having that under my belt.
Despite the rocky start, the brothers call the day a success. For 2 months, Bob's reality will be this: a lot of roads, a lot of fields, a lot of passing cars for 49 days.
Each one's going to be unique, and it's in the weather and the wind and the terrain. That's what's exciting about this trip. You just have to adapt and make do with what you've got.
May 31st. Bob Tourline has been street sailing for 33 days and is more than halfway to Canada. But he's running out of time. There are only 16 days left.
And tomorrow we're going to put away this Kansas map and get out the Nebraska map. That's part of the whole game here, is being able to, play the winds and the roads. It's a bit of a tactical game.
There's been a crew change. Bob's brother George has returned to work in Minneapolis. Bob's friend Gator is now at the helm of the mothership.
Since doing this, I'm using both mirrors and the rearview mirror to really give him advanced warning about what's coming up. We got a semi coming up, partner. I'm almost landed on his back right there. That made my heart jump a tad bit.
Bob's also been joined by Jean Rothla, who makes and sells sailboards in San Francisco. Jean is here to help out and get in some street sailing.
There's nothing like sailing along on a highway in the middle of America at about 20 miles an hour, being able to look around. It's just total freedom.
Bob does have some sponsors who provide sails and surfing gear, but he figures other expenses like food and gasoline will leave him $7,000 in the red.
There he is, entertainer. Driver.
That doesn't stop this trio from having fun.
Here's the nut.
Yes, sirree. I am the sanest nut here.
He's doing the whole trip. I'm just on for a week. I can't handle
Oh, he'd love to. He's dying to.
Jean practices tricks on Bob's board.
Oh, well, you know, I'm the R&D team. Good thing I was testing it out for you.
Bob takes the broken equipment pretty well, considering it was his.
This thing's going on my wall. I'm telling you. This is a record-setting board. This board has actually sailed farther over land than any other land sailing craft and been documented. So it's a special board.
Luckily, Jean brought along an extra board. The expedition is safe.
And rough.
Big waves.
2 days later, despite all of the wind-related obstacles, Bob is on schedule.
Yes, sir. Into town.
He's soon off to the airport to pick up his wife, Natalie, whom he hasn't seen in 5 weeks.
Nebraska, here I am.
She'll stay with him through the final leg of the trip. June 15th, day 48. Bob is in North Dakota, only 100 miles from the Canadian border. A number of locals have turned out to cheer him on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you go in the rain and everything or not?
Depends. If it's really raining hard, no, because things get slippery.
Nobody's hit you yet?
Don't say yet.
If you're North Dakota now, anything's possible.
The temperature has dropped to 50 degrees, but for once the wind is cooperating. Bob has switched to a smaller sail that makes the board faster and easier to handle in the wind. But there's so much wind that it's turning out to be one of the most difficult days of the trip.
I'm massaging him now. I'm watching you carefully because I don't want him to fall again.
Natalie wants him to stop, but Bob is too fired up. He sails on until he's just 24 miles from the border. Bob is ready to cross the finish line. The wind says yes. After 49 days on the road, Bob Torline finally reaches the tiny outpost of Maida, North Dakota. He's done what he set out to do, reached the border, and set a new world record.
Here we go. This is amazing. Oh, yes! Woo! Yeah! 2,121 miles.
Good job, Bob.
George, thank you. Thank you for all your help and support. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I had a real sense of achievement that I was able to have a dream, take action, and see it through to the finish.
What a great attitude.